Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Chelsea Vaughn and I think I'm pretty cool. So I think you should subscribe. I have neglected you guys for a couple of weeks. I'm sorry. I've been busy making decisions and making changes and running around the city. First of all, I got some feedback from my best friend that my environment was a little sterile. It was in front of a white wall. I didn't mean to make it look like that. So I've switched the camera around this time to make it feel more cozy. Now we're like in my home together. My apartment usually isn't this clean. I recorded an apartment tour for you guys that I'm going to post when I move out of this building, but it's very clean right now. So it was perfect. So now we have a cozier background. And I have this little mini mic until I get a wireless one. We have a wire, sorry. But it sounds crisp and delicious, so I think it's worth holding. So I wanted to do a little catch up about what's going on and also to do a fun Q&A. I pulled a bunch of questions from my Instagram for the past couple of Sundays, and I'm going to answer the ones that I didn't answer on there that needed a longer answer or just that I think are more fun that I want to answer. So let's start with how I'm doing. You guys always ask that, which is really sweet. I appreciate it. And someone else asked, how have the first few months of 2025 been going for me? It's always a loaded question, isn't it? The first few months of 2025 have been good overall. I love having something that I'm looking forward to. And because my career is a little bit all over the place right now with the management thing that I explained in my last long talking video, basically I've just been switching and hopping around managers and haven't landed somewhere yet, but it's a little scary just because it is my career and I'm still getting some work sent directly to me, but it's better. I feel better when I have a team, that's pitching me and getting me more opportunities. So that's what I want. And I think I'm very close to figuring that out, but something to look forward to. It's Mexico. The past 6 months-ish to a year, I felt a little disconnected from New York. And I love New York, you guys know that. But I just don't really have a community here. I have my few really good friends, and I actually love being alone and in my apartment by myself. But sometimes I last night, it was Friday night, I was watching people's stories and I saw people out with their girlfriends having a drink, and I was wait, I kind of want that. I don't have a friends group here, and that's all my own doing, because I think when you get older and you're in your 30s, you kind of just start protecting your peace a little bit more, and you stop wanting to be around energy that doesn't align with you. And I had a lot of that last year, and so I made some cuts. And that's fine. I don't want to be around people that I don't want to be around, but it is hard to find good quality friends, and it's hard to to find a friends group, especially in a city where everyone already has their friends groups, or everyone has friends from wherever they moved from or whatever. But all of this to say that once I decided I was moving to Mexico, I really feel like I have a plan and a purpose and something to look forward to, and something that's going to be so new and refreshing and exciting. And a lot of your questions were, are you still moving to Mexico City? Absolutely. Me and my best friend from Atlanta, we have found a place. We have booked a place. We booked 2 places actually. But the second place is kind of just a hold. We want to make sure we like everything first, and we like the area and the neighborhoods that we're in before we commit to another month. But the loose plan is that we're going to stay there for 3 months. And I have a bit of wanderlust right now. I never studied abroad. I never got to do that. And I don't have a husband. I don't have kids. I don't have a dog. I don't have so much as a plant. Okay? This bitch staring at me right now. Am I nothing to you? Do I mean nothing to you? No, but I have nothing holding me back. Nothing to take care of. No responsibilities. I have the financial freedom and the flexibility with my job to go anywhere I want. So I'm just I gotta get out of here. I'm just feeling I have to. And for whatever reason, and maybe I'll figure that out in 10 years, there was some reason that I needed to be in Mexico City, but I'm really excited to go. I'm still going. I am moving out of my apartment in a month. And now that I did my apartment tour, I really have to start figuring out what I'm going to do with all my stuff, start getting rid of a lot of stuff, and start packing stuff up because it's going to be May before we know it, which is crazy. Somebody sent in a question that said, how are you making friends in this political climate? So that kind of goes back to what I was just mentioning. I'm not. I'm sorry, that's so not helpful, but like, I'm being real with you. I think you have to go out of your way to try and put an effort into making friends the same way you do into dating and other things that you care about. And I haven't been putting any effort into it because the friends that I do have are like family to me, and I adore them and I love them and I nourish and cherish those friendships. And I do kind of want some more friends. And to be completely honest with you, I want more Black female friends because that is where I feel I have a safe space right now as far as the political climate comment. Of course, I'm not saying I can't be friends with people that aren't Black, but I just feel like I want to be surrounded with people that just get it inherently and make me feel seen and make me feel safe. And I don't have a ton of, well, yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at with that. There's like a lot of people coming out with apps now for women finding each other and finding friends, and maybe you could look into some of those. I know my friend has an app called Ami, AMIE, that's for finding friends in the city. And I always say, like, use your own network too. Like, even if you have 2 friends, they have 2 friends, and then they have 2 friends, and it's like, if you live in a new city, like, find someone that you're an acquaintance with, and then maybe you meet one of their friends. Like, it all just kind of builds on each other. But you do have to put effort in, which I'm not willing to do at this point, but maybe you are. And I always go back to the hobbies. I think hobbies are great for everything, for building character, personality, having more interests, for just decentering dating and other things from your life and just focusing on you and your inner child and like what you want to be doing. So you get the hobbies for yourself. But then when you're at the hobbies, say hi to people. It's like people that have the same interests as you. So it's like if you're going to go to a painting class or whatever, and you're going every Wednesday, you're going to see the same people, and you can say hi to people, and you know that they are into kind of the same vibe as you. And if you go to the same workout class every week, like say hi to somebody, get a coffee after. Like, it's not weird. And if somebody makes you feel weird about it, that wasn't supposed to be your friend anyway. Okay, speaking of apps, somebody asked what's the best dating app to be on. I'm not on any dating apps anymore. I think I kind of grew out of it. Like, I used to roll my eyes at people that were like, ugh, I'm not on the dating apps. I'm never going to be on the dating apps. Like, whatever. Because I was just like, okay, get with it. Like, this is our generation. This is how we meet people. You can meet people at the grocery store the same way as you can meet people on an app. Like, it's kind of just like adding to your chances because you're just upping the numbers. But then lately, it feels like the quality on the apps has gone down, in my personal opinion. I just think there's so many amazing women that are stunning and beautiful and have it all together, and they have their career figured out, and they have friends, and they have hobbies, and they are smart, and they're everything. And then the male options, it's like they have to pick of the litter. You don't even have to be attractive. You can be ugly, you can be mean, you can be jobless, you can be all of these things, be a man, and then you get to pick from 10 after 10 after 10 after 10 on the apps. And I just think once you're on there for a while as a woman, it starts to make you feel like, well, I have to pick somebody. Like, I'm being too picky. I've swiped every single day for 15 days and I haven't given one like out. And so then you get to a point where you're kind of like, well, I'm never going to find anyone if I don't like anyone. So then you start giving out likes just because you feel like you have to like somebody. And then it's like, now I'm just giving out likes and I don't even like you. Like, oh my God, it's 1:15 already. Shit, guys. Alexa, stop. I have to go soon. I'm going uptown to a March Madness event. It was like free drinks, free food, bring your friends, Uber code. So I'm in. And I'm going to the JoJo concert tonight. So excited. Anyway, I'm not on the apps. I don't think they're great anymore. What I will say, though, I think the best one, it used to be Hinge. I think Hinge has really gone downhill. So I might have to give it to Bumble. Because Bumble, at least they're not like hiding people from you. Like Hinge, they are clearly gamifying the system and the app and hiding people behind a paywall. And Bumble, it's like you would just swipe and swipe and swipe and swipe forever. Like, I think if you're down on there to swipe, Bumble. But I do also think that meeting people in person is not impossible. The guy that I'm dating, I met in real life. And I think you just have to like open yourself up to it energetically and physically. Like when you're out at a bar with maybe one other person, because I think if you're out with a group of girls, sorry, even the most confident guy is not coming up to a whole entire group of girls. So like you're out with your girls that night. It's not about meeting guys. If you happen to meet one, cool. But if you're out with one other person and then you see someone that you think is attractive or whatever, like make it known. I'm not saying walk up to them. I'm just saying look at them with flirty eyes and smile and do a double take so that it's clear. And then if the guy has interest or isn't scared, he'll come up to you. And I think people can meet a lot more people like that than they think. But I totally understand that like doing that and smiling at a guy across the room is hard. I don't know why. It seems silly. But like when I'm tipsy, like my go-to move is not even a smile. It's just like a straight up wave. And maybe I'm like a nerdy loser for doing this, but I literally will wave at a guy across the bar instead of just like making a flirty back and forth. I'm just like, and then if he comes over, he comes over. If not, okay, I waved at a stranger. It has a high success rate. People usually come over. Someone asked, what is something that you wish someone told you in your 20s? Okay, I did a TikTok on this last week, a TikTok, and people did tell me this, but I didn't hear it. I wasn't ready to hear it. Negotiating. I went to an event last week about women and the pay gap, the gender wage gap. And it was so enlightening to me because it was female CEOs talking, and they were talking about how they hired women and they would be so disappointed when the women wouldn't negotiate for themselves or advocate for themselves to get more money. And yes, the gender wage gap is not our fault, but a way that we can help close it is by always asking for more money. Men always ask for more money. They don't even think about it. And I have adopted that mindset, and it's actually worked out very well for me. I ask for more money in everything I do. Everything. Every job I book, every single, like, you wouldn't believe how many things are negotiable. And one thing she said to me too was like, this is in a corporate job. If you can't get more money, you can ask for more PTO. You can ask for your performance reviews to be quicker so that you can get a pay bump faster. You can ask for so many different things, stock options, like there's always something that you can ask for. It all comes back to like self-worth and women not feeling like they're good enough and not feeling like they deserve to ask for the money. Like I didn't do anything to earn it. I didn't earn the money. I shouldn't ask for more. This is the standard pay. Who gives a flying fuck? You think men are sitting there asking, oh, I don't really feel like I deserve it. They literally just throw out a number and see if it sticks. And sometimes it does. It's just, you always got to ask. You always got to ask. It's a very slim chance that people are going to take your job offer back. Unless you're asking, I mean, be reasonable about it. If somebody offers you 10K for something, maybe shoot for 15 and you guys can meet at 12 and a half. Don't try to ask for 25 when they ask for, like be smart about it and be firm with the ask. Like I think there's a lot of pussyfooting around. I don't know why that word just came out of me. I think people are like, do you mind if is it possible that you could have more money? No one's going to give you more money if you ask like that. It's an email. Just be direct and ask for what you want. And I personally like to always give a number so that they can come back to me with something. I don't like to say, hey, is there any flexibility in this budget? Can you give me some more money? That's easy to say no to. I like to say, hey, I would feel more comfortable if we could hit around 15. I would feel more comfortable if we could align somewhere around 20. The standard pay for this role looks like it's around 150. I'd like to get closer to that. Let me know what you can do. Be direct. That's my advice for people in their 20s. Start now, and then you'll master it by your 30s. Okay, let's end on this one because it's a good one. What are your non-negotiables in a romantic relationship? They're starting to add up. I have plenty, okay? I actually spoke to my birth chart reader again, the one that I did my episode about the psychic reading on last year, if you guys saw that on my podcast. And she told me to make a list of 72 things that I want in a partner. I think it was 72. I need to double check. It's something specific, a witchy number. Literally 72 things, qualities that you want in a future partner. And at first I was like, wow, 72 is going to be hard to get to. Like, that's a lot of things. And then I started thinking and I started writing and I was like, okay, my perfect partner 72 things. I got there. I even had to cross a few things out and switch them out for other things that were more important. Started running out of things. I think big non-negotiables, big picture, are like disrespect, I won't tolerate. Dishonesty, I won't tolerate. These are like cut you off immediately offenses. And then other things that I just like don't want. I don't want someone who smokes. Ugh. I mean, being an asshole, like being mean to me, being mean to other people, not having any goals or ambition, it's just really unattractive. Like I wouldn't necessarily cut someone off for it, but maybe like if you were lazy and you kind of just like didn't have a plan, didn't do anything, didn't make money, didn't care, didn't know. Like I know we're all kind of lost in a greater sense of like I don't know what we're doing, but like aspire to something, you know? Somebody who doesn't want to go down on you. A problem. A very large problem. I just think that's fucking selfish. So somebody's selfish. And you know what? It's not even just about going down on you. Okay? It's about what going down on you represents. Like, it just means you're not a generous, giving person. And there's an energy associated with generosity and with being a broke boy. Like, you can be broke in energy, not broken energy. I mean, you could be both, but I won't date someone with broke energy. Even if you circumstantially are broke, you could still be poor and give me your last sandwich, the shirt off your back, your last dime kind of thing. Anyway, I'm just being silly now, but like that's where the giving comes from. Going down on someone is a giving act. And I think it's very telling for what kind of person, what kind of man you're going to be in the relationship. And what else? I guess someone who's just like not open to changing or like changing their mind on things. Like, yeah, I can be stubborn. We can all have our opinions. We can agree to disagree. But if you're not even open to hearing me out and like possibly open to changing your mind to the other side on certain things, like I had a recent conversation with the guy that I'm dating about taking a last name in marriage and having a kid. And if I had a kid and I wasn't married to the guy, I think the kid should have my last name. Because why would they not? I birthed that human. Whose last name should they have? Like the father just because he's a man, even though he's not my man? That's crazy. And he was like, yeah, you know, I used to think that like the woman should take the man's last name, but like I had a conversation with one of my friends, and he was like, but I changed my mind on it. So it's just like being an open-minded person is really important, I think, because life is crazy and you don't know what's going to be thrown at you, and you need a partner that's willing to be open-minded and see both sides of things and work with you, you know? Anyway, I have to go. My friends are about to come over and we're about to go head out to this event and then JoJo tonight. But this was fun. And I'm really enjoying the new background. I think it's really doing something. Thanks, Camilla. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that right now. I'm almost at 6K, 6,000 besties on YouTube. And that is it. Also follow me on Instagram, please, at Chelsea Vaughn. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.